score. I think we have a good batting lineup, so we'll try to chase that.
What do you think is a good total to restrict and chase it down?
Anything less than 170.
Surprising, the game you won earlier, you scored batting first and scored 200 runs. So a change in strategy wouldn't be working against you?
See, in couple of initial state 2 to 3 over, you have to watch properly. Then it's a good batting track. If batsman plays sensible, it's 180 plus score always at ICC.
Any changes to your side?
Yeah, we have 2 changes. Babar Ghazanfar and one more guy is out, and Ali Maharvi and Rizwan Amanat is back.
Changing with Wajid Khan?
No, definitely not.
Wish you good luck and do well, Skippy. Thank you. Well, the news coming from the centre, it is Dubai Daredevils captain who won the toss and elected to bat first.
Thank you very much, Abid. So news from the centre is that Dubai Daredevils have won the toss and elected to bat first. Let's run through the 2 team lineups then. It's Mohit Raghav, Rahul Soni, the captain and wicketkeeper, Abdul Aziz Mohammad Rashid, Haroon Ghaus Shahid, Krishnan Balasubrama, Farhan Hanif, Mohammad Nasir Saipele, Ratesh Pujari, Abhay Jotin, Punya Mehra, a very familiar name, and Ryan Valley Vatilel completes the lineup for Dubai Daredevils.
Well, yes, some tongue twisters in there. While Pindi boys defenders are there. Farhan Babar, the wicketkeeper, Salman Shahid, Imran Muhammad, Salman Babar, Syed M. Saklen, there's Wajid Khan, the man who scored that big century in that first game, gave us all entertainment. Danish Qureshi, Adil Hanif Nawab, Rizwan Amanat, there's Muhammad Ali Maharvi and Muhammad Yasir Maharvi, the skipper.
Well, so far it's been a tournament of giant killing so far, with Pindi boys defenders defeating the mighty Future Mattress. And then last night we saw an incredible result. A brand new team, 7 districts, defeated the mighty Interglobe Marine. So can the Dubai Daredevils cause yet another upset in this early season of the UAE domestic scene here, Neil?
Well, you make a very interesting point over here that yes, all the big teams have been treated like, no, you know, your names might be big, but on the ground, you're not. But do Pindi boys qualify now as a top side that if are beaten by Dubai Daredevils would be called an upset?
Excellent point. We have, of course, 10 teams in the tournament, 2 groups of 5. So every single match is basically do or die. There are only 2 semi-finals and the grand final. So there are no second chances, really. It's very difficult to recover. So the likes of Future Mattress and IGM will be very concerned. And Pindi boys defenders know that they need to maintain that winning start.
That's right. Once you've got the momentum, at it, don't take the foot off the pedal. Because the moment you do that, what you're doing is you're giving opportunities to someone else to sneak in, and you definitely don't want that to happen for your side.
And another twist to the tail is this pitch that we've seen so far in the last 2 days. It has a bit of grass, a bit of assistance for the fast man. If you pitch it in the right areas, you will definitely get a helpful response. So can the Dubai Daredevils fast man in the second innings make that ball talk? That will be very important.
Well, yes, what is really important on this wicket for the batters then is to apply themselves. This is not the kind of wicket where you can come in and from the very first ball go hammer and tongs. This wicket is a true wicket by all means. It gives your fast bowlers an opportunity to get that extra bound, get that movement if you put in that effort. For the spinners, this ball turns a mile. So if you know where to pitch the ball and extract that turn, you will be able to fluster the batter very well. But if you are unable to control that line, expecting that, oh, it might just turn a couple of inches, then you are mistaken. You'll be bowling wides after wides like we saw in yesterday's game. But for the batter, Ahmed, it's very simple. Go apply yourself, and if you've set in, don't gift your wicket out.
Oh, absolutely. And we're just about minutes away from the beginning of match number 3. You can, of course, live stream all of the action, ball by ball, on the Fan Code app in the Asia region. And, of course, you can watch it on the ICC Cricket Academy Facebook page live. And on YouTube, you can watch it on CricTracker. Ball by ball, thrills and spills. And we have the 2 openers out there, Abhay and Mohammed, coming out for the team in pink and black, looking very sharp indeed, the Daredevils.
Oh yes, the colors are amazing. The way it looks in this fantastic green outfield of the ICC Academy, just phenomenal. brilliant contrast there.
Oh, absolutely. I'm certainly going to be hunting to nab that Daredevil's kit. Pink and black are my colors. Brett the Hitman Hart, if you remember.
Oh, I remember. Oh my God, where have you taken me?
Way back into the
Hitman Hart.
90s.
My God, yes. This is amazing. We're going across sport from cricket to WWF, as it used to be called, not WWE.
And speaking of throwback, we have a pure swing bowler right out of the 90s, Danish Qureshi. He's been battling fitness issues. He has had a bit of a groin niggle the past couple of months, but we still saw his class and quality in game number 1.
That's right. But then every time you mention about fitness, my eyes invariably go towards their waistline.
Yes, sir.
And if it is a visual concern, you know that it is going to be a fitness concern in some time.
Right, then we're all set for the action to begin here at over number 2 of the ICC Cricket Academy. Absolutely pristine conditions for some late night T20 cricket. And of course, there's a huge extravaganza of cricket starting next week as well, Super Neil. Looking forward to that alongside our Academy Cup.
Well, yes, it's going to be amazing. Live cricketing action in the neighborhood, ICC Academy and the Dubai Sports City, the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. It's just probably 1.5 kilometers away from where we are sitting.
Well, in the cricketing galaxy, this is definitely the sun of its universe. Here we go, Danish Qureshi with first ball of match number 3. Outside edge, squeezed away behind point, and immediately you're seeing that movement in the air. But the Daredevils are off the mark.
Well, he has played it way far away from the body, but safe. Will opens their account, but at the same time, an interesting story to narrate for Danish Qureshi. He'll make some adjustments to his field, considering the fact that he's seen that movement early on.
Yeah, there is a catching gully in place for him immediately. It's Mohammad Nasir who got off the mark. Abhay Jotin on strike now. He will definitely make the ball talk. Any kind of surface, his seam presentation is so outstanding. He gets that swing with the new ball. You can consider him a new ball specialist even. Trying to force it off the back foot there, Abhay. Not quite at full tilt just yet. What do we call those? The looseners for the fast man.
I might sound a little too harsh on this, but I personally feel that fast bowlers should come prepared to bowl the first ball. They shouldn't be giving those looseners, those first 2-3 ball as looseners. That should be out of a fast bowler's dictionary. They should be bowling a couple of overs before they get into live action.
Cut away. Good fielding at point there. Mohammad Yasir Maharvi, the captain himself, throwing himself out. That was struck quite fiercely. And they will scamper for 1.
Well, that's right. Just 2 runs so far in the first 3. And it is challenging for the fast bowlers to maintain that momentum or to garner that momentum from the very first ball. They need to be warmed up completely to get into that momentum. And precisely for that reason, just before they turn up for the game, they're warming up. While the others are warming up, these guys should be bowling at least a couple of overs. Get those muscles in motion, get the memory bank ready for how they're going to bowl, what they're going to do. So when they come into bowl, they're not bowling those looseners.
Absolutely, completely agree with you. Nasir on strike right now. Big in swinger, lofted and just short of the mid-off. They will scamper for a quick single, direct hit, but I think Nasir may just have about made it there.
Yeah, good piece of fielding there. Rushed towards the ball to collect it, and then a direct hit. But safe, absolutely safe, Nasir. Abhay will be on strike for the last ball of the over.
Well, I would just suggest to the mid-off to get closer. He is your ace bowler, Danish Qureshi. You want to back him up in the field. That could have easily been a catch, but he was on his heels right on that 30-yard circle. Watchful, pensive start here by the men in pink. Nicely played. Pretty good over to start. And it's 3 for none for the Daredevils. Interesting move here. It's going to be the captain himself sharing the new ball with Danish Qureshi from the academy end. 1 wicket in the tournament already. And those eye-catching lilac shoes once again, Neil. You can't take your eyes off it.
No, not at all. These are an amazing pair of cricketing shoes. Those colors, you don't get them every time, everywhere. I'm sure a custom-made Hoik towards backward square leg will be a single.
Yeah, not quite out of the middle. Bit of a pre-planned shot there. Nasir Maharvi, if he hits the right areas, he will be very, very tricky to play on this track. There's plenty of movement out there off the deck. And he likes to change his arm angle and his delivery stride as well. He'll be hopping all over the crease, sometimes trying to bowl with a slingy arm as well. He mixes it up beautifully. Ringfield on the offside, fine leg is up. Sliced over the backward point, no chance for the third man. That's a wonderful shot from Abe.
Well, that's right. Got onto that opportunity really well. It was a half tracker, poor delivery, enough width on offer. Had to just place it in the gap, and he did it well, Abhay.
And that's the shorter side of the boundary. If you beat the circle, if you beat that point fielder, your third man will be in trouble. So he needs to bowl a lot straighter. It's the leg side that is the bigger side. Pulled away over the leg umpire. There is protection out there. So he's not quite found his length here, Yasir Maharvi, so far.
Well, yeah. Again, the responsibility for taking to open. You have to be warmed up. You have to be on, switched on completely. Even if you are not the express bowler, even if you're bowling those mid-range deliveries, still need to be accurate.
Stepping out, it's a top edge over the keeper. And that will clear the fence as well. Streaky, but a boundary that Nasir Saipile will accept gleefully.
Well, yes, again, not your top ball. Wanted to play it someplace else. Well, the ball went someplace else. But runs coming through invariably.
Well, once again, Neil, it was the length that was off. Too short. He's dragging everything down. 10 runs off the first 4 deliveries. It's not an ideal start for the Pindi boys. Too short, too wide. Missed out there, Nasir. That should have been cracked away for a boundary.
Oh yes, that was a freebie. That was an absolute freebie. It was like Christmas came in early. But Nasir was on holidays away from home.
Well, good luck to Santa coming in his red suit in late August in the UAE. It will have to be like a sweatsuit or a tracksuit.
Well, he'll end up losing some weight because of the sweating.
Oh, playing across the line. Bit of an inside edge perhaps, or just leg buys. So not the perfect over from Yasir Maharvi. It's gone for plenty. 14 for none after 2 overs. Danish Qureshi will continue from the school end. Oh, that's a gem of a delivery. That's where he wants to be. Now he's bending his back a bit. Extra bounce. Outside off.
Well, that's right. He's warmed up, and you will see the difference now. You can see how quickly the bowlers get into the rhythm once they are warmed up nicely. The ball comes in at the length at which they want.
Nicely played this time, and there you can see that catching gully fielder. It's Salman Babar in there. So they're just trying to force Nasher to play that shot in the air, looking for a catch. Steady stuff from Danish so far, only conceded 3 runs in his 8 deliveries. Very consistent, very reliable. He's been an excellent signing for the defenders. Picked up over mid-wicket, and that's the first 6 of the night. What a shot from Nasher.
Beautifully played. The length was the problem. He erred in length, and it came in as the right spot for the right man.
Very brave shot indeed, but he timed it so sweetly. And good to see some spectators in the house. They know that the UAE domestic season has kicked off. They've tuned in fact came in for some live action. Of course, you can watch ball by ball action on Fan Code, on CricTracker on YouTube, and the ICC Academy Facebook page. Plenty of avenues to watch all the action. We've seen such an enthusiastic response to all these UAE domestic tournaments. And the ICC Academy Summer Cup is no different. Meanwhile, Nasher moves into double figures. Oh, big swish at that one. Was looking for that hard square cut. Just missed out.
Well, yes. Again, getting that little extra bounce from that region, creating a little doubt in the minds of the batter. Nasher on 13 of 11. Abhay 6 of 5. 2 more deliveries to go. Yes, he's been taken for a 6 in this over, but the remainder of the deliveries have been on the money.
In swinger this time. Look at that movement in the air. Good fielding at mid-on. And I think he caught Nasher by surprise there. Good fielding by Saklan.
Well, yes, an exaggerated swing. Same thing now. If we can just pitch the ball further up and get that swing, the ball to move in, he'll definitely trap Nasher.
Only the 6 off the over. Good comeback after that half dozen. He's gone for that shot once again, just in front of the mid-on. Brilliant fielding effort by Saklan. And that will conclude the 3rd over. Let's take a look at this. Bit of a leading edge. And he did definitely put in the effort for the catch. The bowler is pleased. 20 for none. Yasim Harvey will continue. Nice punch off the bat from Abhay. It's a batter with a lot of time. Good balance at the crease. But all that being said and done, you have to rotate the strike. The power play overs are very precious indeed, especially on this pitch, Neil.
You're right. The new ball, a good connection, and the ball will go flying. We saw that when a 6 was hit. But you can't do that unless you have got a proper sense of how the ball is behaving once it pitches. This is not your regular standard UAE wicket where the ball comes nicely onto the bat, where you can go hit big. The ball is doing a little bit too many things.
Oh, absolutely. This is no flatty. Just shows the variation of pitches in the UAE. Oh, big swish across the line. How has that missed the off stump? Abhay Jotin taking a lot of liberties there. Very, very lucky indeed.
That's right. Very lucky. In the previous delivery also, the connection wasn't clean. Even now, missed it completely. And it's all eventually boiling down to how well you're understanding this wicket.
Yeah, just have to keep yourself in check. Down the leg side, wonderful take there by Farhan Babar. He's appealing, as is Yasir Maharvi. And I think they've at least convinced him it's not a wide.
Well, yes, Abhay, as soon as he saw the ball going down the leg side, appealed for a wide. He was looking at the umpire, and the bowler and the wicket keeper went in unison for a caught behind. Obviously, there was a deflection of the pads.
Oh, he's a sly fox indeed, Yasir Maharvi, and it worked. It's a dot ball. 4 dots on the row. Abhay Jotin getting stuck a bit at the crease here. 6 off 9. Picked up towards cow corner. And it will hit the gap. Touch and go with the fielder. And it will go. Big chase on the leg side. It's a big side of the boundary, and the ball won the race.
Well, yeah, I'm a little surprised that how come there was no fielder at deep mid-wicket, considering the fact that Yasir has been bowling slightly short, and at that pace, the ball definitely is not going to fly over the boundary line. So all you have to do is keep a fielder at the mid-wicket region.
Yeah, you don't quite have the pace to have a square leg. A cow corner is a much better option for you. Meanwhile, Abhay will be relieved with that boundary. Still, projected scores not looking that great. This time it's gone behind square to that fielder Mohammad Imran. Steady over in the end, only 5 off it, 25 for none. Well, this is very interesting. Danish Qureshi is bowling his 3rd over up top. They're not holding him back for the death over spells. Oh, short delivery, quick delivery. He caught Abhay by surprise there.
Well, yeah, the umpire will definitely call it 1 for the over. Yeah, that's the sign. So now Abhay at least knows he can't be expecting any snorters. Just nice leather whiffing deliveries.
Umpire was Mr. Asif Iqbal, very experienced senior umpire in the UAE. And you can see the Daredevils dugout looking slightly concerned with this slower start. Oh, look at that bounce in swinger from Danish. He's making that ball swirl around in the breeze.
He's a master of his art, Danish. Might sound like a desi parent, but I'll probably end up saying this as he needs to lose a little bit of weight.
Yeah, I've certainly seen him a lot leaner in the past. Perhaps it's just pre-season, not quite into full gear just yet. Big swish at that one, beautiful outswinger. Frustration for Danish Qureshi.
Yes, this is capable of moving the ball either of the sides. And this time I definitely would say Abhay was lucky that the ball didn't take any of that willow into the keeper's gloves.
Nasher having a quiet word with his opening partner, telling him, hang on, mate. He only has 3 deliveries remaining in this spell. Very likely he won't bowl 4 on the trot. Oh, it's a toe end of the bat and just short of the point fielder. Yasir Maharvi, I think he might have lost it in the lights.
Well, yes, I think so too, because this one was definitely up for a grab. Should have been a catch. But understandable. These catches are not as easy as they look. But I personally feel an attempt should have been made instead of going back to take the ball on a bounce. Should have gone towards the ball to take a catch.
Yeah, even the Pindi boys defender's dugout is not happy. Oh, this has gone up. Farhan Babar, somebody settle underneath it. It's the safe hands of Wajid Khan. And Danish Qureshi has picked up the first wicket of the night.
That's right. They held on to the nerves for a very, very long time. No wickets had fallen. But finally, they perish. The pressure of the scoreboard eventually gets on them. And it is wicket number 1 down. Abhay Jotin is out, scoring 11 of 16, 26 for 1.
Right then, with that fall of a wicket, we have a change in the comm box. Neil Oja has stepped out, and joining me in the comm box is Abid Ibrahim. Good evening, Abid.
Good evening, Ahmed Khwaja. Thank you very much, Neil. And first game for Dubai Daredevils, it's certainly not an ideal start for them, scoring only 26 runs and losing a wicket at the 5th over. I reckon they're slightly behind what was the target set on their mind, I think. By now, they should have been around 35, 30.
Nicely played. Glided down to that catching fielder at gully. And that's an excellent over from Danish Qureshi coming to an end. Picked up the key wicket of Nasher Saipale. 26 for 1. Final over of the power play then. Abhay Jotin and Rahul Soni at the crease. It's been a watchful start for the Daredevils. Yasir Maharvi continues as well. Swiped across the line towards that square leg region. Only going to be 1.
What he's doing is he's coming a lot wider to the crease, using a lot of crease and trying to create that angle, bring the ball in. And the response from Abhay Jotin was also playing across the line. So sometimes playing across the line, this kind of shots can make an error and go blast, hit the castle.
Yeah, you have to be very watchful indeed, especially with the new white ball on this deck. Danish Qureshi swings it beautifully. Yasir Maharvi can seam it beautifully. Nicely punched off the back foot by Rahul Soni. That's a glorious hit for 4.
Well, that was asking for the punishment. Certainly got one. There was with an offer. Look at that. easy picking for the batsman. All you need to do is just be a little risky and play it towards the point. Now looks good, 31.
Is there a prettier shot in cricket than the back foot square drive? I don't think so, Abid.
Oh yes, that's the favorite shot that every cricketer love to. And that this time ball got a little bit of an extra bounce from Yasir Mahanvi. He's doing his job well. I think he should be targeting the off stick and bringing ball in with the angle.
Yeah, he's chosen to jump to the left of the crease in his delivery stride. He's trying to angle the ball in rather than bowl the outswingers. Picked up straight. Mid-on is in the circle. Well calculated hit by Rahul Soni.
Yeah, it's a captain v captain. Rahul charged him towards the long on with the slow one. Picked up nicely for 4 runs.
Yeah, he read that slower delivery like a book. And with mid-on up, it's a very safe shot indeed. The second oval here at the ICC Cricket Academy, it's on a bit of a slope. So anytime you clear that inner ring, you're in business. Beauty! That's much more like it from Yasir Mahanvi.
It's been a brilliant battle between the two captains. 4-4. So the final delivery will also decide a lot there. Yes, pretty much well observed there, Khwaja. Yes, there is a down the hill where the ball gets more faster when it's travelling along the carpet.
Decent power play for the Daredevils. I wouldn't say it's been great. Swish at that one outside off. That will conclude the power play for the Daredevils. 35 for 1. Well, let's take a look at the highlights of the power play. It was Nasir Saipile with the early aggression. That was a beautiful pickup shot on the leg side. Abhay Jotin also pulling in front of square, but that was the dismissal of Nasir. One shot too many. Straightforward catch for Wajid. And then Rahul Soni came in and struck 2 pretty boundaries. 1 square of the wicket and 1 tonk straight down the ground over mid-on. So the captain is looking confident. 8 off 6. Abhay Jotin, he's been watchful. He needs to kick into gear as Wajid Khan comes on to bowl. Outstanding performer in the opening game of the ICC Academy Summer Cup. 150 not out. And then picked up 2 wickets as well. A true all-rounders show from this man. And he'll be hunting for some wickets. And of course, plenty of runs in the run chase as well.
A lot will depend on this all-rounder as well, Salman Babar. And this man announced himself in the tournament with a glorious 100. And now bowling that seam-up delivery, great bowling. Wajid Khan.
Yeah, these are tailor-made conditions for him. He will bowl that hard length, hit the seam. And Rahul Soni just prodding at the ball. They have to be careful. I would like to see a slip in place for Wajid, even though the power play is done and dusted. You don't need a catcher. Attempted Yorker, belted hard, and all the way for 6.
Well, Wajid certainly got a greedy there. Giving it nicely full and straight, and it has been punished. Easy picking for the batsman.
Well, Rahul Soni certainly has one gift, the gift of timing. Look at that shot. In the slot, and he made it look so easy. Flying over that side screen.
That was really easy one to pick.
This time bowled wide outside off. Signaled so. So extras now helping the Daredevils along as well. Good reversal of pressure.
I think it's been a very good knock from Rahul Soni. He's taking 2 boundaries in the previous over, and now this one already got a 6 to his name.
Cracked over point. But there is that sweeper out there now. Only going to be 1. He would have liked to place it behind square rather than in front. But he is certainly looking very, very dangerous indeed.
Well, Khwaja, that was the first runs he took out without the boundaries. So all the time, Rahul, the captain, has been dealing with the boundaries.
Hooked away this time by Abhay. What a shot that is. Into oval number 1. 50 up for the Daredevils.
That was glorious hit. The ball came into him and it just went with the flow. Look at that. Rod that in swinger pretty well. And pulled it with authority. Excellent shot.
Well, he's on his way to the UAE. A certain Mohammad Rizwan would have been proud of that shot. Look at that flick and swivel of the hips. Absolutely brilliant.
What a way to bring 50 for the team. Now the senior man, Rizwan Amanat, comes onto the ears of Wajid Khan. 15 runs Wajid has given already in the over. That's too expensive.
Oh, absolutely. 2 maximums in that. A surprise to see him getting hammered. This time outside edge, there is a deep third. Streaky, but that is the mode that the Daredevils have gone into. They're looking for quick runs. 51 for 1. Good over for them. Well, 16 runs taken off the previous over, and now we're going to see a bit of off spin with Adil Hanif Nawab coming into the attack. Tall off spinner, likes to bowl around the wicket, even to the righties. Let's see what he can produce tonight. He had a good game on match day number 1 of the ICC Academy Summer Cup.
Yeah, that's economy says a different story, but it was against the Future Mattress, one of the biggest team, and he's really kept batters like Ansar Khan quite there.
Just going across the righty there. The straighter one. Looks to push the ball through, and he catches them off guard when they try to play on the leg side. Very intelligent bowler. Picked up on the leg side by Abhay. Just short of the fielder and a misfield. Well, he's made a hash of it there, Rizwan Amanat, and they picked up a boundary.
That was a very, very good shot. Unluckily, it went the longest part of the ground. It's well, good followed the batsman. And still, I think he could have done better. There was enough room behind him for that boundary line.
Well, Rizwan Amanat is a fabulous all-rounder, but fielding is not his strength. I think he needs to come into the circle, and you need somebody like Danish Qureshi manning that leg side. This is the straighter one. Be careful there, Abhay. You've moved into the 20s. You're batting well. You've gotten a start. Now make it count.
Oh, he went on the onside, but lucky. It was not the greatest fielder of Pindi boys' defenders.
He goes for it again. And this time, the connection is even better. One bounce over the rope.
That was clean one. That was more into the gap. Lovely shot. Now, what the bowler is trying to bowl the arm ball, take the ball away from the feet, which is not the ideal delivery to deceive someone like Abhay, who's batting so well.
Projected run rate is up to about 7.5, 7.6 to be precise. And I think a score of 150 plus on this pitch, Abid, is certainly a winning one. Go down the leg side. Given as a wide, so Pindi boys have just lost their flow here a little bit. They're conceding boundaries. The expensive overs are stacking up now.
Now this one, he tried to bowl seam up, more like a fast bowler. But that's not his job. I think he need to bowl around the off stick.
Another wide, poor bowling. And we've seen the way Farooq Mohammad bowled yesterday, there is some spin on offer. So if you try to rip the ball, really give it a tweak, you will get a response from the surface. He's just trying to push the ball through, and they're taking advantage of it, especially Abhay Jotin. Dot ball to conclude. 10 runs off the over, 61 for 1. Another change in the bowling, it's Muhammad Ali Maharvi coming into the attack. Tell us more about him, Abid.
Yeah, the younger brother of the captain.
Down the leg side once again. That's the third wide in a short space of time for Pindi boys. Just bowling gentle military medium as well. Rahul Soni, he's been a spectator for the past couple of overs. He'll be chomping at the bit to get back into that hitting mode. Hit over extra. Just gonna bounce in front of that deep cover fielder. They will pick up 2 though. It's a big square on the left of Muhammad Ali Maharvi this time.
This time he's pulled it outside off. That's the area he need to be, especially with the keeper up. That would not allow the batsman to go down the track easily. So he might can create an opportunity there for the wicket.
Almost certainly 17 of 10 for the skipper of the Daredevils. Nicely glided, but straight to backward point. Yasir Maharvi himself manning that region. So they need somebody to just pull that scoring rate back here. They don't want to be chasing anything above 150. Steady partnership for the second wicket. Both batters playing pretty well. Quick single taken there. Good measured batting by Abhay Jotin.
I would be surprised if Muhammad Ali picks up a wicket here. He's not bowling that the area which can earn him wicket because he's got a keeper up. He's bowling full. So he's still getting a little late swing.
He most certainly is. Nicely bowled. Working hard off his own bowling. Definitely some shape there. And it's good to see we're not getting the typical flat track for batting. You can post 180, 200. This is challenging your temperament and your technique.
Yeah, we saw the last time 200 scored by Pindi boys. Was successfully defended. That too against a big team.
Well, Wajid Khan was absolutely unstoppable that night. He's been taken out of the attack early. Quite interesting. He got clobbered for 2 sixes. So perhaps Yasir Maharvi plans to use him at the death. Danish Qureshi only has 1 over left, as does the skipper himself. So the seam bowling options perhaps might be not as many as he would have liked. Full toss, hit hard down the ground. Only going to be a single. So steady over from Muhammad Ali Maharvi comes to an end. 67 for 1.
One of the best.
Adil Nawab back into the attack from the academy end. Big swipe across the line. There is that deep mid-wicket fielder. I think you need to just recalibrate where you stand. You need to be a few yards in from the fence, because a miss hit will definitely land well short of you. It's a very big boundary towards that cow corner region. This one going across Abhay Jotin here. Nicely bowled.
Yeah, the previous over didn't go for the big runs, as the previous one. Now the last over that gone from Hanif, Adil Hanif, was for 10 runs. So I think 10 runs is what Triple D is looking for.
Most certainly. 30 of 27 for Abhay Jotin. Taking a look at the field, there is that deep cover fielder there. Nobody at that deep extra boundary. That is one region. Swung away off the hip and straight to the fielder. Wonderful catch taken there. And Abhay Jotin's luck has finally run out. Salman Shahid takes a good grab.
Yeah, he'll certainly do. He's the wicket keeper by treat. He's got a chance to field in the outfield. Salman did really well. That was Zapish in the air, the quick one, not the greatest delivery to get the wicket. But certainly, one of the best fielders got the opportunity to grab the catch, and that was the end for Abhay Jotin, scoring 30 of 28. It's 68 for 2.
New batter coming in is Haroon Ghosh Shahid. Very good player. And an ideal person to come in the middle overs. He knows how to manage the innings. He knows how to execute his game plan. And Adil Hanif Nawab, smartly using the field to his advantage. He knows there's a big leg side boundary, just tempting the batters to swing across the line, and they eventually hold out.
Yeah, that certainly short and quick delivery surprised Abhay. He wanted to hit it big.
Very watchful. Rahul Soni, chance for a run out. Oh, just a fumble by the keeper. Snatched at the ball, and that was all that Haroon needed to make it.
Yeah, there was an opportunity there, but I think the keeper just couldn't collect it clean.
Well, it's that half of a millisecond that you need. Farhan Babar, very stylish left-hand batter, played a wonderful cameo in the first match. I still remember that scoop shot he executed so beautifully. Good player to have in your side.
Yeah, that went all the way.
Just nurdled around the corner. Haroon Ghosh will get off the mark. 70 for 2 at the halfway stage.
Muhammad Ali Maharvi to continue second over and to continue his stint. In the commentary box joining me is Super Neil Oja. Welcome back, Neil.
Thank you so much, Abid. Shuffling across to play that shot. Somehow managed to connect it. Get a single there.
I think Harun would have played much better if he would have stayed on his place where he was. Sometimes shuffling becomes your biggest enemy.
Tonged it over the bowler's head. Couple of bounces into the fence. 4 runs.
Yeah, that went over the bowler head. Straight. Beautiful shot and easy to execute. When you're really bowling half volley, outside half, easier to pick up.
Slightly outside the off stump and straight to the fielder. Good piece of fielding. It was juicy half volley, should have been sent packing.
Again, he's pulling really those half volleys and giving easy chance to hit for Rahul Soni, who is batting so well. Most of the time, has dealt with the boundaries. This time, Harun plays it towards the square of the wicket and gets 2. Yeah, they'll settle with 2 only.
Couple of runs there. What they're doing is they are getting their runs consistently. 179 is the projected score if they go at 11 per over from here on. But even if they go at what they're scoring, they should be in the zone of 150.
I think 160 is what is, I think, good total to be to be fair to say a fighting total. If you go beyond that, that's a plus. But I think you should be looking at around 160, Neil.
Beautiful shot. Cleared the fence. Maximum.
Well, again, one more time, full and beautiful hit. That was there to be hit.
Well, yes, it was an invitation, an absolute invitation. 11 overs gone, it's 85 for 2. Starting of the 12th over. Towards the third man region, and this one will trickle away towards the boundary. 4 runs. Waited for the ball, played it late and played it fine. A boundary for Harun.
I think these are the middle overs where they should contain some runs, but this time, unlucky for Adil Nawab. Getting thick edge and going, passing the keeper, and all the way for 4 runs down the hill. There's a slop also, which helps the ball to even be quicker when it's going down the hill.
You're right. That definitely helps. I fail to understand Harun's stance, the place where he stands, his guard. Sometimes you see him standing way outside the leg stump. Sometimes you'll see him standing covering the off stump. Sometimes wide outside the off stump.
Yeah, he's someone who uses crease a lot.
Beautifully played there. And will race away towards the fence. 4 runs. Rahul Soni does well.
Yeah, it seems he's very strong to this fine leg region. Look at that shuffle, made it a room and took it up nicely. And also Adil Nawab is consistently being too predictable bowling onto the pads.
That's a very good point. You've got to vary your line. Yeah, bowl this one away from the right-hander. A dot ball, 9 runs already of this over. It's been an expensive over. But what I like is Rahul Soni, the way he's come in and given momentum to the side. Stepping down, up in the air. Is there someone to take it? No. Go and fetch it from outside the boundary line. It's a 4.
Well, you have watched over 12 overs of this Rahul Soni. He's so strong towards his fine leg. Still no fielder in that region. And asking and bowling onto the pads. It's very easy to understand. If you're targeting to bowl onto the pads, you need a fine leg to be behind. You're keeping the fine leg up and asking for trouble.
Soft placement to end the over. 12 overs gone. It's 98 for 2. Vajit plays uppishly. Chance there. Was that a catch that went begging? Was there a chance?
I think he left late and did not put his 100%. 100 comes up with that opportunity going down with Syed Saklin. First ball was a brilliant delivery. And Haroon had a middle of the bat. And not timing on it. Just not enough effort from the captain in the outfield. Look where he's standing.
I totally don't understand this. Like, yes, it's good to be unorthodox, but this, and I'll give you my reasons why I say that, Abid, is because once you have your stance, once you have your guard marked, you know where your stumps are. And from there on, you try to understand how the ball is coming into you or going away from you. And accordingly, you play your shots. When you keep shuffling, even before the ball is bowled, you technically are in the unawares of your off stump. You are in the unawares of how the ball will drive in.
Well, the basics are you always should know where your off stick is. So that's why all we do the hard work, taking guards and wasting time and all. So for Haroon, that does not apply here.
Yeah. Maybe trusts his instincts and his hand-eye coordination a little too much. But the basics have to be stuck around with.
Oh, outside edge. This is passing the keeper. That's gone in a flash. One bounce. Oh, you need a luck there. Rahul Soni on a verge to make a 50.
Well, yes, projected score, if they go at this rate, is 165. That's climbing, and that's a good sign for the Daredevils.
And the partnership also to moving to 37. A good partnership at a good time. I think the middle, the bowlers did not even try for the wickets. Oh, that's a similar delivery that took Abdul Shakur in the first game. The slower one.
Well, yeah, not to be so over here. We'll get a single on that. 8 runs already of this over. One last delivery to go. And in that, can Haroon convert that to a boundary ball?
8 runs already in the over. Look at that. He's left his crease. Uses his crease a lot there. Loves to do that.
Trying to go deep, and now this is where you falter. You didn't know what kind of ball it was, went deep for a ball which you should have probably come forward to and played it. Dot ball nonetheless, we'll talk about this. 13 overs gone, 106 for 2. Rizwan Amanat. He's been given the responsibility to bowl. The left arm spinner starts with a full toss. A couple of runs there.
Well, Rizwan is someone which I've been watching him over the years for a long time. He used to be a better bowler than a batsman, what I remember from. Now he's lost his bowling strength. More of a batsman he is.
Yeah, it's all about practice. You need to be at it.
And
You
also,
might be the best bowler or the batter in the world, but if you don't practice, it's not going to stay with you.
yeah, I think it's all about what you love more.
Played up Pishley in the gap and will race away towards the fence. 4 runs.
Yeah, using the feet, and that brings 50 for the captain of Dubai Daredevils. Excellent. 50 this has been. Yeah. Chanceless knock. He's been dealing most of the time with the boundaries. Just 28 deliveries to bring up 50 for Rahul Soni.
Well, yes, what a splendid knock there by Soni. Cut away, and this time over the fielder. But the sweeper cover will turn around and stop this. We'll get a single there. It's a very, very exciting game, I can promise you that. 7 runs already.
Cut away, misses the fielder, finds the boundary. Excellent shot.
Well, yes, boundaries coming in. Oh, chance there. Was there a realistic chance to take that catch? A single there, and 14 overs gone. We'll come and discuss that. 118 for 2.
Syed Sakleen will come in from the school end. Oh, that was a good ball, but even better played. No feet movement, just a slap.
Well, yes, a flat batted slap, ensuring that the ball races away towards the fence. 4 runs.
Yeah, now Haroon goes getting involving into figures, getting some runs for the team. It was purely Rahul Soni was scoring runs flawless. And I think this is the time where Pindi boys defenders need the wicket mostly. Most certainly they need a wicket here. The projected is now around 170.
Poor delivery. Wide there. Rahul Soni 51. Haroon has now got into the party. 23 or 14 for him. 123 for 2. It's a brilliant game that's on display. And mind you, if they were to reach in the zone of 190 plus, it's going to be a challenge for Pindi boys.
Yeah, coming down the track, hits it towards the fielder, standing at the point region. I think the smartness in the batting between the two batters is clearly shown is that they're looking for the early boundary, where they're taking chance on the early boundary so that remainers can give them that what they're looking for. So despite doing so, they're getting almost 10 runs and over here.
You're right. Haroon is playing his aggressive game, and so is Rahul. And when you get a boundary on in the first or second delivery of the over, you're putting the bowler on the back foot. Uppishly played. Is there someone to take it? Yes. Taken, and Rahul Soni will depart.
Well, that is the breakthrough they were looking for. And Syed Saklan certainly provided that. It went to the finest fielder of Pindi boys. Syed Salman Shahid takes the brilliant catch, and what a relief.
14.3, 124 for 3. Rahul Soni gone after a well-made 51. At the drop of the wicket, there's a change in the commentary box as Ahmed Quadra joins me, and this has been drilled and will raise the fence. No stopping this. 4 runs. Welcome, Ahmed.
Thank you very much, Neil. Greeted with a glorious cover drive from Haroon Ghaus. Look at that flow of the bat on the up. Absolutely smashed it. He's a classy player, and he's accustomed himself to this pitch very, very quickly.
Well, that makes sense. Getting used to this wicket before you start going all hammer and tongs. It takes a while, but he's done well, Haroon. And just before that, it was Rahul Soni. It technically was a Rahul Soni show. Departed scoring 51.
Wonderful way to make your mark in this tournament. We've already seen some big scores from the likes of Hamid Khan, Rahul Soni, Wajid Khan, impressing with the bat.
Up in the air, and there is no stopping that. Maximum.
Right out of the screws this time, Haroon Ghaus. He has taken Syed Saklan to the cleaners. That was well over the side screen, heading into the screw, and it might sit there for detention.
Well, yes. He is a David Visa lookalike. Haroon with his long hair.
Well, they should certainly have a 6 off here, absolutely. A man very close to my own heart. The champion player of my beloved Lahore Qalandars, as you know. Good over comes to an end for the Daredevils. 134 for 3.
the skipper's chance to do something for his side. And he bowled the short one. Straight to the fielder though, there is protection for his short delivery.
A very friendly delivery indeed for Abdulaziz to get off the mark. And the Pindi boys bowling has just not shown up tonight apart from Danish Qureshi.
You're right. You need to pitch the ball in the right areas to extract some magic out of this wicket. 2 singles so far, and both these deliveries weren't some of the best deliveries that we've seen.
Yeah, they haven't found that in-between length. Everything has been too full or just too short. And Abdulaziz, he's a powerfully built lad.
Opening the face of the bat, will get a single.
Projected scores will take them just below 180. That will be a mighty run chase indeed. I don't think it's going to be that easy. But they will be relying a lot once again on Wajid Khan to deliver. Unless these last 4.5 overs. Steps out of his crease, over extra, and all the way for 6 towards the match referee. What a shot from Harun Ghaus.
Well, yes, he had been bowling short, and then suddenly bowls a full delivery. Harun steps out and whacks it. Beautifully done.
Well, you did mention he's a David Wiese doppelganger. That shot was right out of the big South Africans playbook. Wonderful hit, 41 of just 20 deliveries. He's making a mockery out of the Pindi boys bowling.
Oh, now one shot too many. Come on. This was trying to be absolutely expressive. And he looks like a character who would want to express his happiness and agitation at the same time.
Well, when you can strike the ball so cleanly down the ground, Harun, why do you need to play those cheeky scoops and paddles? Rely on your power. Just like that. Long off settling underneath it. And Salman Shahid takes a very, very important catch. Yasir Maharvi has struck.
Well, yeah, one shot too many. That's how the story has been for Harun. He caught a mighty 6 in that over. There was no need to go for this one, but hits the shot and perishes. End of the 16th, 143 for 4.
Punya Mehra coming in at number 5. Number 6, pardon me. Another very talented youngster making a name for himself in the domestic scene, Neil.
Oh, yes. He's a delight to watch. Though he definitely has a lot of cricketing years to him. Don't judge him by that shot.
Yeah, that was a wide. Was trying to carve it away behind point. He likes to play those horizontal bat shots, but he plays them in his own style. He's fun to watch.
Oh, yeah. Has represented UAE at the under-19 level. And training hard to get into the senior side. But then, again, the fight for the slot is extremely big and hard. Back-to-back wides there.
Oh, absolutely. We have so many promising young batters coming through in the UAE. Punya Mehra, Aryan Saxena. Of course, Ayan Afzal Khan has improved his batting a lot. Ronak Panoli, Syed Mohammad, Haider Wasisha. A lot of candidates fighting for national team selection. And this is the ideal platform, the ICC Academy Summer Cup.
Straight over the bowler's head. Will be cut away, will get a single. Opening his account here, Punya Mehra. Another youngster who made his T20 international debut today for UAE, Aryan Lakra. Started off his T20 international first ball with a 6.
Well, there you go. Made a sparkling ODI debut as well. In Scotland, 84, I believe it was, fighting innings. Or beats him outside off. Wonderful delivery, Salman Babar. That was the channel that the Pindi boys needed to bowl consistently, but they just weren't on the mark.
You're right. Consistency is the key. And a lot could be credited to the fact this is the first tournament out of the season break. Our pitchy player has to run backwards to take this catch. Always difficult.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't run 2 there. Punya very quick between the wickets. Certainly should have taken 2. It's been a steady over from Salman Babar so far. Conceded 4. But he certainly, if he can dislodge this pair. Picked up towards cow corner, and the fielder will not catch up to it. That had the height, but not the distance.
That's right. Lucky there for Punya that the ball didn't travel that far. He would have loved to see the ball travel further, but would have been a simple looking catch.
Yeah, that's not really his game, the power hitting over cow corner. Nicely whipped away by Abdulaziz. There is protection, Rizwan Amanat. It's a big throw. Oh, confusion. Both batters at one end. And well, this will be a simple run out. Utter confusion and disaster for the Daredevils.
Well, yeah, that definitely was not needed. They ran the first, and I believe there was enough time for the second. Punya saw that the throw was coming at his end, turned around and said no. Wonder who's at the wrong end.
Well, Abdulaziz Rashid will have to depart. It's 149 for 5.
Punya trying to chase a delivery that was going wide away from him. And that'll be the end of the over. 149 for 5.
At number 7, he's on strike against Danish Qureshi's final over. Bowled wide of off, nicely bowled. Ratesh insisting with the umpire.
Well, Rathesh, if you have to do that, you'll have to probably change your position with the umpire. Let the umpire come and bat, and then you can spread your arms and say, yeah, it's so wide.
Yeah, he was standing well outside leg, he didn't realize. And Danish smartly just bowled it wide of off.
Now he's asking for a no. You're doing the umpire's job, Ratesh. That's not your job. You have to go and strike.
Well, that is the intelligence and experience of Danish Qureshi, mixing up his length. Nothing within the hitter's arc. First, it was well outside off, and of course, that bouncer is an immediate dot delivery.
Well, yes, 2 back-to-back dot deliveries. The Pindi boys are trying to pull back this game into their favor. Short delivery, this one swiveled and hit hard. And it's gone beyond the fences, maximum.
Well, that might have gone out of Dubai Sports City. What a hit from Ratesh. He read the bouncer and bang. See ya later. 150 up for the Daredevils.
Well, if he can do this as well as he's done this, Ratesh, I think he shouldn't be bothering about asking for wides and no balls. Go strike him.
Well, he's a well-built lad, tall, broad shoulders. And Danish Qureshi, now there's an all-parties conference. Yasir Maharvi and Salman Shahid having a word with the ace fast bowler. You certainly need to bowl a lot fuller and straighter here, Danish.
I agree, but I don't see any necessity for this conference. He is your best bowler by far. 3.3 overs, 16 runs, including the 6. In 3.2 overs, he had just given 10 runs. He surely doesn't need these pieces of advice. But, well, as a captain, you think that it's important that I'll come around, put my arm around the shoulder to my bowler and give him 2 bits of my thoughts.
Well, it's certainly going to happen when you bowl at the death. Even the best can get hammered. You can just ask Stuart Broad what happened to him versus Yuvraj Singh. 36 of 6. What an innings that was.
And surely not his fault there.
Well, UV, the Prince, on his day, what a player he was. Man of the series of the 2011 World Cup. Absolutely sensational cricketer. Well, Rizwan Amanat is just holding his upper thigh. That's a big sign of concern for Pindi boys. He is their ace all-rounder and middle-order player. They need him for this run chase.
Well, yeah, looks like there is a field replacement. As Rizwan Amanat is stepping out.
Well, as per the last ICC rules, I don't think you're allowed that. It's upon the match referee's discretion, I guess.
Swing and a miss. Or is he gone? Connected and taken. Not too much of a noise being made, but Punya Mera walks.
Once again, the shorter ball. Yep, outside edge. Good catch by Farhan Babar. No celebration from Danish. And, well, it has to be said, it's a poor innings from Punya. Ran out his partner and didn't have much of an impact on the scoreboard himself. 156 for 6. Ryan Velia Vittel coming in at number 8. And he's another well-built player. He has that lower grip as well on the bat. So everything may go to the leg side just like that. And they're going to push for 2 here. Only going to be 1. And that's a pretty decent spell from Danish Qureshi to conclude. 2 for 18 on the night, 157 for 6. on the leg side, and all the way for 6 on the grass banks. Ryan Valjavittel announces himself.
This is the beauty of the shorter format of the game. You come, you express yourself and do it in style. Huge 6. Wonder where has it gone? There's someone sitting on the mounds. Probably they were his targets.
That's a mighty hit indeed. Must be about 85, 90 meters plus. Those grass banks are a fair distance away. And Salman Babar, he's not a quick bowler, but just the timing and the elevation of the shot.
Does that again. Has he timed it well? Doesn't look like. Fielder circling underneath and he takes the catch. Ryan will depart, but he's done what one would say a half decent job at giving those runs for his side.
Yeah, just the bottom end of the bat this time. Went way up in the air, couldn't clear the long on fielder. Takes it reverse cup Aussie style, and that will be the end of Ryan Valjavittel's innings. 163 for 7. Mohit Raghav coming in at 9. This has been swiped over extra. Deep cover giving chase, but forget about it. Ratesh Pujari is on a mission tonight.
Well, yes, that's the longer side of the boundary. Had to put in some extra effort on a shot. And the ball took forever to reach the boundary line, but nonetheless a 4.
Well, they're playing exactly like their name, the Daredevils. They've lost 7 wickets, but they're not concerned about it at all. They're swinging hard.
Which is really, really good cricket. Swing and a miss. We know what happens when he connects, and I think a couple of dot balls wouldn't really mind him if he's able to connect the next one out of the park.
Absolutely, the straight boundaries are shorter towards the school end, so you can plant your front foot and go straight. If you connect half decent, you will get a maximum. Salman Babar in the firing line.
He's connected. Has he connected well is the question. Answer is no. He's gone.
Genuine top edge. Danish Qureshi at short third. And Salman Babar, well, that change of pace there. Bowled an off cutter. Nicely bowled and nicely held by Danish Qureshi. 8th wicket down for Dubai Daredevils. Ratesh was looking ominous, but he's been sent back. 167 for 8.
We'll get a single there. And that's the end of the over with that single. A 168 for 8 after the 19th.
Wajid Khan bowling the final over. Full and wide and cut away. Good feeling by the deep cover. They will take 2 on the throw though. Oh, is this a run out? I think he's done very well there. It's been given by the leg umpire. Let's take a look here.
Went for 1 run too many, but a brilliant throw and great collect, and oh, he's done really well, and a good call by the umpire.
Outstanding fielding and outstanding wicket keeping. And that will be the end of Mohit. 169 for 9. Well, it's number 11, Krishnan Balasubrama, coming in. And well, they are daredevils, you have to say. Wajid Khan. Slower delivery. That foxed everyone. Wonderfully bowled.
Well, yes. If you bowl your regulation deliveries to a batter who comes in down, all they know, they would swing. But when you try and take the pace of the ball, you're confusing them further.
Well, these are crucial dot deliveries here. Can they get up to about 175, 180? Here the daredevils.
Connection is made, but will just be a single.
Well, the number 11 has done his job. He's gotten the so-called superior batter on strike. 3 deliveries left for Mohit Raghav to make an impact.
1 big hit and they will cross the 175 mark, and that will be a big psychological advantage for the daredevils as long as they have a good bowling unit. Is it going? Is it going? It is a boundary there. Mohit has got at least 1 hit under his belt now. 2 more deliveries to go. Can he get 2 more?
Well, that was a juicy half volley, off pace and clattered through extra cover. Timely boundary for the daredevils. Bowled him. This time Wajid Khan gets it right. Full and straight. And Farhan Hanif has been knocked over. The daredevils have been shot out for 174.
Well, yes, it was absolutely on the money kind of yorker. Straight at the base of the off stump. And that is the end of the daredevils. But I say they've done extremely well to reach there. Extremely well to score what they scored. To give their team a definitive chance to ensure that they make it through this game on a positive side.
Yeah, excellent runs there from the captain Rahul Soni. Harun Ghaus played really well. And they have set the platform for a stiff run chase for Pindi boys defenders. They do have the man in form, Wajid Khan, in their side. A lot of pressure on his able shoulders.
Well, yes, we'll be running through the highlights of the first innings to give you the glimpse of what transpired. And when we get to see how well we saw what we saw. 174 all out, couldn't play the entire 20 overs, but they did extremely well despite losing the first wicket. It was the captain Rahul Soni who was absolutely on song, ensuring that the runs keep coming, and he hit them literally all around the park.
Absolutely, it was his partnership with Harun Ghaus. Look at that, clean striking down the ground. That was a bit of a calculated sliding off the bat there, then over fine leg, beautiful shot there. Harun Ghaus, Rahul Soni. This was a genuine top edge over the keeper. This was sliced behind point. Well-deserved 50 for number 7. And then Harun Ghaus with those classy cut shots. Look at that, cracked over point. And then the big swipe across the line One shot too many from Sony. Salman Shahid, he took plenty of catches. And then the David Visa lookalike. Look at that. Big hit down the ground, over extra. And then finally one shot too many, Neil.
Well, yes, if he had stuck around till the end, I'm sure the scoreboard would have looked absolutely different, in excess of 190. I can promise you that. But not to be so. And then this run out. Absolutely silly. Punya Mehra turning back onto his partner while his partner was on a sprint mode. And then he perished.
And it was Ryan and Ratesh Pujari with some lusty blows towards the end. But they kept challenging that deep cow corner region. That's the biggest part of the ground. And they just couldn't clear it. Top edge there. And straight to short third, Danish Qureshi. Then the final over. This was an excellent bit of fielding. Haider Ali combining with Farhan Babar. Brilliant run out. And then Mohammad Farhan hit 1-4 to extra. And then bang. Right on target. The off stump was rocked. And that was all she wrote for Dubai Daredevils. So 175 runs is the target for Pindi Boys defenders. We'll just run through the batting scorecard. Good batting here, Neil, by Abhay Jotin and Rahul Soni and Harun Ghosh. The middle order and top order did perform.
Well, absolutely. They did what they did and ensured that the team reaches 174. One ball is what they missed out on playing. Extras just 8. But I'm mighty impressed with what courageous batting performance we've seen as far as the Dubai Daredevils are concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. Their first hit about at the ICC Academy Oval number 2. And the batting lived up to the billing. Let's see what the bowlers can produce though. Let's take a look at the bowling scorecard. Plenty of options used by Yasin Maharvi. Danish Qureshi, the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 18. 1 wicket each for Yasin Maharvi, Wajid Khan, Muhammad Ali. Maharvi did not strike. Abdil Hanif Nawab, the tall off spinner, 1 for 26 in just 3 overs. And Salman Babar bowling the penultimate over did a pretty good job. 2 for 17 on the night.
Well, yes, so now when the Pindi boys come into bat, they'll need a 175 of the 120 deliveries on offer to win this game at a required run rate of 8.75. Will they be able to do it? We'll definitely let you know right here on the other side of this break.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this exciting run chase of Pindi boys. Would be looking to score 175 in all allotted 20 overs, and it will be for the first time. We'll be watching Dubai Daredevils to defend the total. It's their first game, and 175 posted on board is not at all a bad total to score on. So they'll be looking for the early wicket, Dubai Daredevils, and the two openers walking down in the center. There's one of them is a centurion from the last game Pindi boys played. What a great knock it was from Wajid. Opened the inning, remained there right till the end, scored 115 runs. A lot relies on Wajid Khan's performance, the centurion from the previous. Well, his partner is Salman Shahid. Had a brilliant day in the outfield, picked up 3 catches in the deep, and certainly now getting an opportunity to open. The last game he came at number 3, batted well, supported nicely, but now he's got promoted in the batting order. It'll be the opener alongside Wajid Khan. A good pair there. He's got a great shots. A very talented Shahid Salman. Alongside him, need no introduction. First game of the tournament. He started with 100. The only centurion we have here at SkyExchange.net, ICC Cricket Academy. Summers Cup. Now, the first over from the quickie, Raghav. So start in from the school end. My name is Abid and I've been joined by Ahmed Khwaja for this exciting run chase. Khwaja, welcome.
Thank you very much, Abid Ibrahim. Yes, indeed, 175 is the target. Mohit Raghav going to be taking the new ball from the school end. And the man of the moment, Wajid Khan, on strike, ready to go. There is a slip in place for him. Good aggressive captaincy from Rahul Soni. There is a deep square and a wideish deep third man in place. Here we go then. The run chase is just about underway. Let's see how Pindi boys go about it. Turned around the corner, straight to the short fine leg. Krishnan Balasubramanian is doing a jig, and why not? That's a huge wicket.
Well, can you believe it? One day you end up scoring 100 and the next day it is 0. First ball, golden duck, and a wicket to Mohit. Look at the stare and charge. And that's what it says, what this wicket means to the team Dubai Daredevils. They are delighted to see the back of this man, Wajid Khan, walking out, scoring duck.
Well, Pindi boys defenders have been rocked early. They've lost their man of the moment, Wajid Khan, for a golden duck. Mohit Raghav striking first ball. And now it's Farhan Babar, pardon me. Classy left-hand batter coming in at number 3. This run chase has immediately become very, very interesting indeed.
Well, as a bowler, first ball, you pick up a wicket, and that too a centurion from the previous game. The morale and the confidence goes right up.
Trying to cut that away behind point. All the fielders standing very close in. So Mohit Raghav, he's not express quick, but very steady.
I think the only mistake Wajid made is that he should have learned from the previous game. He was struggling against Akif Raja in the initial batting first for the Pindi boys, but then he spent some time on the wicket, did not go for his shots. But tonight, he didn't stop his shots and he went up on a first ball and lost a big wicket.
Outer half of the bat, straight to the fielder. There is a gully in place, So Mohit Raghav doing exactly what you need on this pitch. Bowl a good length on that fourth stump channel.
Yeah, that shows that you don't need to be really quick express to pick a wicket. You just need to hit the deck on the right channels. So that is what Mohit Raghav is doing. He's exactly hitting the deck hard and the right places.
And they have two other seam options as well with Mohammad Farhan Hanif and Krishnan Balasubramanian. Mohammad Farhan in particular likes to swing the ball, left armour. A beautiful delivery, squared up Farhan Babar there, giving a lot of respect to Mohit.
And that delivery was indeed a difficult one to play. That straightened up after pitching. So that says the pitch is doing the talk. It was just angling into the left-hander. The sooner the ball was hit to the surface, the ball got straightened up. You end up losing your wicket if you try to play that kind of across the line.
Beats the outside edge. Wonderful delivery. I think that might have been the off-cutter there to the left-hander. Excellent bowling.
This time the ball moved away from the left-hander. A peach of a delivery. Excellent start. This is for Dubai Daredevils.
Well, could we see the first maiden of the ICC Academy Summer Cup 2022?
Yeah.
He's right on target for it.
A wicket made in that, perhaps. He's picked up a wicket, a big one on the first delivery. His confidence is high enough.
Yes, it will be the first wicket maiden of the ICC Academy Summer Cup, thanks to Mohit Raghav. None for one. So it is going to be the left arm swing bowler Mohammad Farhan Hanif coming in from the academy end. He has that wicket taking ability, but the extras tend to be a problem for him. He strives for that extra swing. Let's see. This pitch will suit his kind of bowling. Oh, that's well bowled. Good start from Farhan. And tucked away by Salman Shahid. He also played a pretty good innings on the first day of the tournament, Abid.
Indeed. He's a very important member of the team. Farhan. It's Farhan v Farhan.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yeah, both of them are left-handed.
Well, that must be the secret. Let's see the changes in the field here. They haven't kept a slip in place for Farhan Babar. There is a catching short extra cover. Still a squarish deep third man and of course the obligatory deep square fielder. Cracked behind point, but straight to the man. So Farhan Babar will also get off the mark. And a lot depends on him for this run chase now, Abid.
Well, definitely he's a class. He's a good player. He's in good form. And Salman Shahid also, we saw him while chasing, batting first, pardon me, against Future Matches. Scored really very good runs. Now the field set is packed outside off for Salman. The two-man out to the circle is fine leg, and the third.
Chases that one outside off Salman Shahid. Just kept a touch low. The pitch perhaps just misbehaving a bit.
Yeah, not an easy to play your shots, but especially the ball is new. It's hard. The message is very loud and clear. Spend some time on the wicket. The moment you get your eyes set and understand the wicket, the run's going to come.
Oh, absolutely. That's the name of the game. Coming in to Salman Shahid there. Excellent bowling by Farhan Hanif. He's just getting that ball to nibble around in the air. That late movement.
Well, that delivery which comes back to the right-hander, he bowls those kind of deliveries at will, but not a regular on that. He relies a lot on that going away from the angle.
Lofted in the air over cover point, and Salman Shahid has hit a cracking boundary.
Yeah, full with on and offer. Easy picking for Salman. He was looking for and just calculated risk over the curve, over the point fielder for a good looking four. That's a first boundary and some relief for Pindi boys.
Yeah, I love the way he just broke his wrists to elevate the ball over the point fielder. He's a very highly rated wicketkeeper batter, Salman Shahid. And finally, he's coming good in this tournament. This could be his year.
Indeed.
Oh, big fuller length delivery, and he's been given. The dreaded finger has gone up. What a yorker from Farhan Hanif.
Absolutely no answer to it. Right in front, trapped, beautifully bowled Farhan. And a big wicket. Salman Shahid has to take a walk back. It was absolutely unplayable delivery. He scores 5 of 5 deliveries. He's gone, leg before the wicket. It's 6 for 2.
New batter coming in is the left-hander Mohammad Imran. So both left-handers at the crease now. Interesting tactics from Pindi boys. He's not a big boundary hitter, but he will build a partnership and occupy the crease.
I think that's the need of the hour.
Mohit Raghav swiped across the line towards the leg umpire. There is protection out there. So the Daredevils are right on the money tonight here, Abid.
Yeah, first run conceded by Mohit Raghav. The previous over gone for wicket maiden. Now Farhan Babar looked swinging the ball hard. Least bothered about losing 2 wickets too early.
Yeah, I like the lengths that they're bowling here, both Mohit and Farhan. They're pitching the ball up, asking it to swing, challenging the batters on the front foot, and they've gotten their rewards. Both of them. Excellent bowling on a helpful wicket. Look at that swing. No shot offered. Goodness me. How close was that to the leg stick?
Very risky shot selection there. Well, perhaps no shot selections at all. Left it loud, but you need to be careful. Mohit takes the ball and keeps it straightened after pitching, so you need to be careful when you are playing him.
Well, 2 inches to the right and the entire academy would have gone up in appeal. That's better from Imran. Takes a single 2 extra. And Mohit Raghav is not happy with his fielders. Look at that. He's having a go at him.
Yeah, it's all that sweat, the time, the energy you put on, and then a fielder does not collect it well or giving easy run. I think Mohit is looking for Mohammad Imran to be on strike rather Farhan Babar.
Yeah, he was setting him up. You're spot on. And these fast bowlers, well, they're always a grumpy lot, aren't they? They're never happy, always complaining. Oh, beautiful outswinger from Mohit. Farhan Babar went after it and thankfully did not nick off.
And that outswinger going away from the lefty certainly saved Farhan Babar.
Well, I think Mohit would like to roll up this pitch and take it home. He's bowling beautifully here.
And that suits his action, his bowling accuracy. Not a quickest.
This time cut away. Beautiful shot for Farhan Babar. That is meat and drink for the stylish left-hander.
Beautiful shot. That just went all along the carpet. Bullet shot.
Well, nobody moved. And Mohit, well, he has nobody else to blame this time. You're feeding Farhan Babar in a strong area, square of the wicket. And he is that kind of player. He will bat the 20 overs and set up your run chase.
Yeah, you just taking him for granted. Feeding him outside off.
Got big on him there, tucked around the corner. Krishnan Balasubrama puts the big boot down. And it's a no ball. Can you believe it?
Well, the first extra, and that went down the leg side, and it was not an ideal ball to pitch, and that too. A no ball to add that, a free go for Farhan Babar. He would absolutely love it.
Well, it is quite humid out there. Perhaps he's just tiring. Hence making the error, overstepping in his delivery stride. Free hit for Farhan. Let's see what he can do with it.
Yeah, Pindi boys need some kind of a luck.
Go down the leg side, and that will be 5 wides on top of the free hit. It's a buffet here for Pindi boys.
I think that was the luck they were looking for, and this time he got it. He left it right, and that was wayward. He's watching to his palm, and that was an error from the bowler. Mohit will have to bowl again. The free hit.
Well, these extras will certainly help the Pindi boys. And Dubai Daredevils, you've done so well so far. Do not make these crucial mistakes. Loopy, half volley, smashed through extra cover for Farhan Babar. What a shot.
16 runs coming from the over, and that is what you need to do. Spend some time on a wicket, the slower one, read it pretty well, and go on for 4 runs. It's 24 for 2 at the end of 3.
Mohammad Farhan Hanif continues from the academy end. Nicely bowled, foolish length. Oh, there's a misfield at point. Well, Dubai Daredevils, the mistakes are creeping in now, Abid.
Well, I was just wondering, the previous over went for 16 runs, which spoiled the complete party for the Dubai Daredevils. They were just, the team Pindi boys were struggling below 4 runs an over, and 1 bad over, it got the current and required run rate neck to neck.
Oh, absolutely. The margin of error is non-existent in T20. Good channel Farhan is bowling here. He needs support from the fielders though. You can see they're just drying their palms. It is getting pretty humid out there. Not easy for the fielders. And good to see plenty of spectators here witnessing the action of the ICC Academy Summer Cup.
Yeah, there'll be a noise outside. But I think Farhan is not very convinced against the left-handers.
Cracked away, and that will burst through the hands of the cover point fielder. Abid, has that convinced you?
Yeah, now it looks convincing for Pindi boys at least. And like that, there was a lot of width so far to Farhan Babar. One Farhan taking charge on the other.
Well, he's a typical left-hander. Anything wide of off, he will crash it through cover point. You have to bowl a lot fuller and a lot straighter. Do not let this man get a start. He will take the game away from you.
Certainly a perfect number 3 batsman, I think, Farhan Babar. When it comes to chasing especially, he's there to stand tall and play long inning. If you want him to play a cameo, we saw the last game he played as a cameo.
That's much better from Farhan. And smart batting by the other Farhan, just taking a single to mid-wicket, releasing the pressure.
And you need to do those singles, just hit a boundary and get to the other end. It's the ideal way to build a big inning. So I think certainly Farhan Babar is looking to apply himself and play right till the end.
And there you can see all of us in the comm box witnessing the action. Thank you for some airtime. Pulled away through mid-wicket. There's a big gap there. And it will run away down the slope for a boundary.
Punyamir absolutely has no answer to it. He gave a big chase. It was just timed it enough to hit the rope and very much in control, because Mohammad Imran is a short batsman. When it comes to the pull shot, he's very much brilliant at it.
Well, I like how still he is at the crease. There's no big movements, no big backlift. His head is very still, balance is excellent. A nicely executed shot. Prodding at that one. It will be a dot ball to conclude. 34 for 2 after 4. A lot of onlookers here watching the action at oval number 2 of the ICC Cricket Academy. Mohit Raghav continues his spell. Nicely bowled, full and straight. That has been the game plan for him so far.
And I think it's not a bad start at all despite losing 2 wickets the first 2 overs.
And there you can see our cameraman, Mr. Chiranjeeva. Give us a wave. Wonderful man. Very hard-working. Always cheerful. Loves his cricket. Look at that shape on the ball. Nicely played by Farhan Babar as well.
Stop buttering him. He won't give you the airtime.
Please put the camera on me.
He's got plenty of works to do.
There you go. Thank you very much, Mr. Chiranjeeva. What a man he is. Wonderful stuff. 35 for 2 so far. We're into the 5th over. Well, Mohit, after the maiden, got carted for 16. Mainly it was his own fault with the no balls and the wides. And Mohammad Imran looks a compact player. Oh, down the leg side. Well, the extras will not help you here. Daredevils, you have to be switched on.
I think Mohit is not availing the start what he got, and moreover, he doesn't seem to be very convincing against the left-handers. The 2 left-handers are troubling him. So this time he's there again in his line.
Well, he was bowling so well around the wicket. I don't understand why he changed the angle. That's better. Very full and straight. And you can see his run-up has become a lot more laboured. He must be tiring.
It's not an easy at all to bowl in these conditions. There is humid conditions out there. You're sweating hard. And then to be a fast bowler, top of that, it's a hard job to do.
Oh, that's a big wide. Good take by the keeper. Saved 4 runs for the side. And I think he has to stop bowling seam up here. He's not controlling the swing.
Excellent work by Rahul Soni, the captain himself, putting an extra effort to save the boundary, but he'll not be happy with Mohit line and length.
Yeah, you're making the captain throw himself about. Not a good idea. Tucked away by Mohammad Imran. Easy single there. Nobody patrolling the inner ring on the leg side. So with those extras and the few boundaries Farhan Babar has hit, This is a pretty decent start here for Pindi boys.
Yeah, we're yet to see what was the starter. The first 6 overs been scored by the Daredevils, the comparison. But I think one more wicket will set the nerve for Daredevils here.
Lofted shot over mid-off. That has gone screaming away to the boundary.
That was flung and beautifully hit. Farhan Bawa took his time. He knew it, the ball is going away from him. That gets even easier when you try to hit it down the ground.
He's moved into the 20s now. Wonderful shot. You could hear the fizz of the ball racing to the boundary. Oh, confusion here. That could have been a run out. Haroon Ghosh slipping on the pitch there. Very, very close indeed. 42 for 2. Let's take a look here. He ran immediately. There was confusion. Oh, look. He would have been in serious trouble. Got the big dive in. But all's well that ends well. 42 for 2 after 5.
So the final over of the power play. It will be no change in the bowling. Wow, what a delivery. Drawing the outside edge. Perfectly bowled by Farhan Hanif. To witness the next 5 to 10 overs, I'll be having Neil Oja with me. Neil, welcome to the Combox. Exciting game going on.
Abid, you have to first tell me 5 overs or 10 overs. You can't keep me in that ambiguity, man.
Well, if you ask our viewers, they'll say, keep him for the 15. So are you in for 15?
Well, I'm in for as long as this game gives us excitement, and for now, it is a superlatively exciting game.
Well, I'm looking for this comparison in the first 6 overs, Neil, where you saw the 35 runs were scored by Dubai Daredevils and losing 1 wicket only. So the Pindi boys are rightly behind the required run rate and they're doing fine job, but just 1 extra wicket onto the extras column, to the wickets column, by the way.
You're right. They've lost a wicket too many, but it wouldn't matter if they are able to get those runs. There was a chance there, but the third man was standing kind of squarish. This went fine, 4 runs.
Excellent shot, played it late. So the ball was short. And that was out of range. But quick one, no chance for the fielder. 4 runs.
47 for 2. The current run rate just about to match the required run rate. And for that to happen, the batting side, the Pindi boys will have to get at least 1 more boundary of this over. 8.83 the required, which means they need to have in the range of 9 runs or every single over. Down the leg side will be called a wide. This is not going to help them.
I think that's the thing which is worrying the team, Dubai Daredevils, the extras. They've certainly not been able to control on, especially going down the leg side deliveries. So Farhan now, and earlier we saw Mohit Raghav struggling.
Down the leg side again. He's trying to bowl the back of the hand slower one or trying to do the leg cutters. And he's unable to, get a grip of the ball properly. sliding those deliveries down the leg side, back-to-back wides there for Farhan Hanif.
Well, I'm sure, Neil, you get enough time to practice these kind of deliveries that you want to pitch before the game. Why do you need to do the experiments on the game day? Now, this time, nicely bowled onto that pads targeting. 50 comes up at 5.4 with the 2 wickets down.
I couldn't agree more with you, Avid. You've got to practice your skills, not in the game, before the game, but then the situation in the game is completely different from the practice sessions. You'd have to pick wickets. There could be due, or this is what he was trying from all along. Gets it right, but didn't get the exact result that he was looking for, but eventually gets it right.
And I was thinking just the White Devils had a lot of options to bowl the new ball. Well, you shouldn't be trying to bowl out your bowlers, especially Farhan and Mohit, the attackers. They kept continually bowling with them. In this condition, it's really hard to continuously bowl 3 overs. That'll be easy single to conclude the over, then power play. 52 at the end of 6 overs for the loss of 2 wickets. Those were the highlights of the first power play. 2 wickets going down early. That was a plumb in front. Salman Shahid. And that was the only 2 wickets fallen, and the rest power play goes in favor of Pindi boys. They've really played good shots. This was an excellent shot to get 4 runs. Outside edge. Ball was on the rise. He took the chance for Baba. So the required run rate and the current run rate both are neck to neck. So ideal situation. The power play is good enough for Pindi boys. So the new bowler is Bala Krishnan. Start with the keeper up. A military medium. He's not a very quick. Yeah, the first delivery, look. The amount of turn he's got that off-cutter right. He's enjoying certainly bowling at this wicket. Oh, cut away this time.
Well, yes. If you're able to control the line and the length of the ball, you will love this wicket. Because this wicket is offering literally everything. If you're a spinner, this wicket is offering spin. If you're a fast bowler, this wicket is offering you bounce. If you are someone who loves to get the swing, this wicket is supporting you as well. So literally everything for all kind of bowlers. But this wicket is unforgiving if you're not accurate with your line or length.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you need to be very much watchful here. We see the 2 teams struggling to open their mark with the win. It was a big 2 teams, Interglobe Marine and Future Mattress. Got defeated in the first 2 games. Who would have thought?
No, you're right. This is an unpredictable sport. Shorter the format, the challenging it becomes. You don't really get time to recover in the short format. In the longer format, you're playing 50 overs. You have had a couple of wickets falling down, and then you may get the opportunity to recover 5-6 overs and slowly, steadily build the innings.
So my question was about the wicket. That was there a surprise for both these big teams? The wicket turned out to be a surprise package.
See, in the first game, it was evident. It was Wajid who took the game away from Future Mattress completely. There was nothing that anyone else could do. Single-handedly, when you score a century, you've invariably taken the game away from the opposition. Also, Future Mattress missing some of their stalwarts, their regulars.
Yeah, likes of Rohan Mustafa, who's on national duty. So 7 gone, 58 for 2. It'll be a spin here on attack. Punya Mehra, an all-rounder from UAE under 19. I'm not sure still he's not under 19 or he's grown. And he certainly looks below 19. A young boy, a baby face too. Oh, that's a good armor. Good delivery to start for Punya Mehra.
He started off well, darting the ball into the left-hander. Straight and precise. This time, outside the off-stump, full length delivery again. Punya is a skilled all-rounder. Uppishly played into the fence, 4 runs.
Yeah, you're bound to get a little bit rusty when there are change in bowling. You watch the bowler, you try to understand what he's up to. It didn't took a while for Mohammad Imran to go inside out against Punya Mehra. There was with and over, outside off. Well, now that will settle the nerve a bit.
Going towards the fine leg region and smartly played, will get a boundary. Punya Mehra's existence in the centre has been stirred up with back-to-back boundaries.
I knew it, there is a fine leg up. Completely going on the onside, making absolutely great shot out of nowhere. Oh, great comeback from Punya Mehra. That's the line you have to be on. Slightly pull it back. I think a little bit fuller still.
Last ball of the over, delicately pushed towards the third man region, will be a dot ball, and that'll be the end of the 8th over. 66 for 2 for Pindi boys.
Cut away this time. Farhan Babar now trying to spend some time in the centre, which is very wisely that what you need to do.
The required run rate has now moved up to 9.13 at one point in time. The required and current were just about to shake hands. Cutting this away into the gap, will race away towards the fence, 4 runs.
Spot on. What a great delivery it was, and played even better. Perfectly picked up the gap between the two. Now Imran has started scoring some runs and finding fan. Lovely execution there. He was batting run a ball knock earlier with this third boundary in the matter of 6 deliveries.
A low full toss there. Will be a single. Didn't get punished. It's a tricky preposition to play against a low full toss that comes your way. Many a times you feel like you have it in control as a batter, you want to hoik it and send it packing over the mid-wicket region, but more often than not, the batter is not expecting that and thus gets confused. Is unable to play to the potential.
Yeah, now both the batters are batting sensibly. And Neil, they are around the required run rate. They're just getting there, and the partnership is 67 runs. What else you could have asked from your middle order? You were 2 down at just 10 or below, perhaps.
Oh, loopy delivery there, foxed him. Almost invited him to go outside his zone to play that. And lucky there. Imran Mohammed 24 of 20. Farhan Babar 32 of 28. These two guys are right there in the center, ensuring that they stick around till the very end and help their team win. But they have to do a little more than what they're doing right now. 9 overs gone, it's 74 for 2.
But Nemera to continue. Only second over. They'll need to get rid of this partnership, no matter what.
Tossed up delivery by Punya. Will fetch the batters a single. The required run rate slowly but steadily creeping up. 9.23.
But I think they are keeping it in check.
Well, you need to hit at least one boundary and over, and that's what they're doing. The previous Punya over, they hit 2 fours.
The problem was they just hit 2 boundaries. Absolutely no rotation of the strike.
That's right, no singles, nothing. We'll have to wait and watch if they do any better here. 2 singles so far. Down the leg side, swept well, and the ball will race away towards the fence. 4 runs.
A beautiful sweep shot. Now Imran Mohammed is making this game on his own style. Shuffled, knew it that fine leg is up. He's availing that, knowing if Punya is bowling anything onto the pads, that will be going to the fine leg.
You're right. The challenge is over here. You can't give him width. You can't bowl him on his pads. Where do you bowl as a spinner?
Yeah, loopy one. That's the key, I think. You need to change your pace as in a spinner as well. And most of the time, when you know the batsman is playing a sweep shot, you need to disturb his timing by pitching quick and slow.
You're right. Outside the off stump, fuller length delivery, and will race away towards the fence. 4 runs. It is an expensive affair there from Punya Mehra.
Yeah, now this over seems to be a better one, where they're rotating the strike and hitting the boundaries as well. So now this is the first time where the required run rate has come below than the current. With an excellent shot from Farhan. Spend a little time. Smart leader. To get to the other end after hitting the boundary, it's always a good idea. So Punya has ended his over by giving 12 runs in this over. So it's 86 for 2.
86 for 2 at the halfway stage then. Swiped away across the line towards mid-wicket. This match is fascinatingly poised. Farhan Babar and Mohammad Imran bringing Pindi boys back into the contest. Current run rate of 8.6, required is 9. So it's absolutely neck and neck right now, Neil Ojha.
You're right, Ahmed. The competition is absolutely tight. It could be anyone's game, but it looks like the Pindi boys are taking charge of this one. Beautifully played over the cover region for a maximum.
Well, that is the shot of the night for me. Mohammad Imran, absolutely glorious. Look at that lofted extra cover drive into the grass banks. Such a difficult shot to execute, especially against the medium pacer, but he made it look easy.
You're right. Left-handers are a delight to watch when they play these shots. You can't really point a finger at them and say, no, oh, this was a little shabby. No, every time they play those drives, they look glorious.
Down the leg side, swept away, straight to Ratish, but they will scamper for one. The running between the wickets of these two has been very, very efficient. Both super fit, and they like to toil for their runs. It's not all about hitting sixes and fours for them.
And it's right, because if you require 9 and over, you got a boundary. The rest can be achieved by running those singles and doubles.
Quick single once again within the circle. That's what Farhan Babar does really well. Such a mature player. 40 of 33. He knows they have the game firmly in their grip. Nothing silly required.
40 of 33. But Imran Mohammed also giving him able company.
Oh, look at that. Wonderful flick over the top of fine leg. A touch of genius from Mohammad Imran.
Well, that reminded me of a certain Rishabh Pant. Look at that. Absolutely unorthodox. Falling over, but connecting well. He knows the fine leg fielder is standing inside the 30-yard circle. All you need to do is clear him.
Well, in this era of data, analytics, video footage, everybody watches everybody. And I'm sure Mohammad Imran has been watching the dashing left-hander from India, Rishabh Pant. And carbon copy of that shot indeed. Oh, leading edge. Just falling short of point. That was an off-cutter there from Krishnan. Nicely bowled, but didn't get the reward. 100 up for Pindi boys at the end of 11 overs. So new bowler being introduced is Ratish Pujari. Well, we've seen he can certainly pack a punch with the bat. Let's see what he can deliver with the ball here, Neil.
Well, yes, the only thing that will be expected of him would be a couple of wickets. As simple as that, because that's what the Dubai Daredevils need to get this game tilt in their favour. As of now, it's looking like Farhan Babar and Imran Mohammed are taking the game home to Pindi.
Absolutely. Flight directly out of Dubai International. Ratish Pujari. Let's see what he can produce here. Over the wicket to the left-hander, Mohammad Imran. Oh, attempted bouncer, not quite executed and given as a wide.
Yeah, I didn't see him warm up when he was called into bowl. So you can see that an extremely short delivery, wavered. Hasn't opened the back yet. And that's why when he was trying to roll the arm over, he just threw the ball literally on his own feet. They'll need to do a little more better than this from where they are right now.
Most certainly, the extras have not helped their cause at all, the Daredevils. A long conference between the teammates. What is the game plan here? 95-run partnership, outstanding fight back. They were 6 for 2 at one stage. Wajid Khan and Salman Shahid could not get going, so they needed somebody to stand up and be counted.
Well, yeah, it's a very good partnership that has come in very good time as well. 95 of 55 has given the Pindi boys enough momentum to stay ahead of the curve in this game.
43 of 28 for this man on screen. And he's just sliced it behind point. They've put a deep cover just to protect that shot. They will scamper for 2. Excellent running.
Well, yes, good cricket overall. Running between the wickets has been good. The bowling change, though a little erratic, but I think the bowlers will have to do a little more than what they're doing so far. They'll have to bowl those tight lines. Can't afford to bowl short and wide and give enough room to the batters to swing their bat comfortably.
Yeah, they're certainly looking for a plan B here, the Daredevils. They do have Krishnan Balasubramanian, Mohammad Farhan, and then Mohit Raghav has bowled 3 already. So where do they get the supplementary overs from? That is the question. Who do they have in the spin department especially? Wide of the left-hander, that will be another extra. And these are causing headaches now for Rahul Soni.
Well, yes, Ratesh Pujari, expectation was from him, hasn't been able to deliver so far. This of the lot was the better delivery.
Yeah, you've already conceded 5 runs in 2 legal deliveries. And Farhan Babar, who's seeing the ball very cleanly indeed now, very clearly in fact, he'll be lining him up for a big shot, I reckon. Oh, the scoop attempted. He's disgusted with himself that he missed out.
Yeah, that scoop was trying to play it over the fine leg with the ball coming into him. Would have been a challenge. Beaten completely.
Yeah, his line length is a touch predictable here from Ratesh. He needs to mix it up. Down the leg side. Perhaps he was aiming for that leg stick there.
Yeah, considering that Farhan was shuffling across a wee bit every time. Not this time though.
Just rotating the strike very comfortably here, this pair. I think they feel they have the game under control. Now their rate achieved is well clear of the required. They're going at 9.2, while the required is 8.2. There you go. So with 1 boundary in the over, you've got what you needed.
You're right. Plus the amount of extras that are conceded, definitely not helping the cause.
Yeah, we certainly need to take a look at those extras figures. It is a pretty balmy evening here at Dubai Sports City, the HQ of cricket. And we have some pretty big teams practicing and getting ready for the extravaganza that is coming up next week, the Asia Cup, right here in UAE. Oh, chase that one. And it's another wide. Rahul Soni. You can see the exasperation on his face.
Well, all he has to do is just change the angle. Come in from around the wicket. angle the ball into the left-hander instead of trying to angle the ball away from him. These are basics.
Well, the extras have raised the 100 partnership. And look at that pull shot. Oh, it's a misfield. Can you believe it?
This is really, really poor. Imran Mohammed with that boundary will reach to his half century. But look at that. Short and wide and poor fielding effort there.
Right through the tunnel. And a half century in the ICC Academy Summer Cup for Mohammad Imran. The entire dugout on their feet. They're really pleased for the young lad. And why not? He's played a blinder of a knock.
Oh yes, a splendid match-winning knock.
Oh, it's a top edge, gone up. And straight to the fielder at deep third. Krishnan Balasubrama gets the wicket. But Ratesh Pujari is more relieved than delighted.
Oh well, yes, if he had stayed for a couple of more deliveries, I wouldn't be surprised with a couple of more boundaries. So that'll be an end of Imran Mohammed's fantastic innings. 50 of 32, a striker of 156, 112 for 3.
Well, 112 for 3. The set batter Imran Mohammed has just departed for a well-made 50. And look at those extras at the bottom left. 16 extras in 12 overs. So every single over, you've given them an extra run. And when you're defending 175, that is asking for trouble, Neil Ojha.
Well, absolutely. There's no reason why one shouldn't be glad that the bowlers are doing the job for the batting side. A bunch of extras, poor line in length. The game was pretty much in their control when they got rid of Salman Shahid and Wajid Khan up top. But then Farhan Babar and Imran Mohammed constructed a beautiful partnership of 106 runs before fall of a wicket. And now it's only Farhan Babar on strike. He is in striking distance of a half century. But what has transpired through this, Ahmed, is the required run rate has come down to 7.88.
Syed M. Saklan coming in at number 5. He's a big hitter of the ball as well. Tall, lanky all-rounder. Abdul Aziz Rashid being introduced into the attack from the school end. A bit of leg spin. And he's been immediately slapped through the covers. Only for 1 run. So they've introduced spin very late into the piece.
I've not been impressed with the bowling changes. The bowler getting hit for runs, brought back. You saw Punya Mehra being picked up for 2 boundaries back to back. Again, given that over, the lad was low on confidence and then was taken for 12 runs in the next over.
Yep, absolutely spot on there. 62 needed of 46. He's bowling those flat, quick leggies, top spinners rather. That had a bit of turn on it, but Farhan Babar, he knows the game is well within their grip. A couple of big maximums, and they will be run a ball, so nothing silly required.
No, absolutely right. 61 of 45, required run rate of 8 plus something. And that something is not a very big number, I can tell you that.
This one once again going straight on, just off the pad. Oh, that's a mishandled throw there. Krishnan Balasubrama just slipped out of his hand. And they have scampered through for 2. Good running.
Well, yes, I mean, if the throw had been accurate, I believe there was a chance of a run out. And they missed that opportunity, I believe.
Yeah, they put pressure on the fielder there. This has been sliced towards that deep cover. That's not a good shot, Saklan, considering the match situation. You don't want to leave the door open for a Daredevil's comeback. Just shut it on their face. One good partnership will settle it. But that is the magic of night cricket in the UAE, Niloja. Anything can happen.
True that. Uppish she
shot.
played.
Over the leg side, pardon me. Harun Ghos putting out the slide, but once again, such a big outfield. An easy to steady over from Abdulaziz. 119 for 3 at the end of 13. Well, there you can see the partnerships there. A massive stand between Farhan Babar and Imran Mohammad. 106 added in just over 10 overs. And that's allowed the Pindi boys defenders to take control of this game. At one stage they were in serious trouble, 6 for 2. But fabulous batting between the two left-handers, the two southpaws. And they're certainly looking like a hot contender for the ICC Academy Summer Cup title. A good all-round side and batting depth as well. Even though Wajid Khan didn't click tonight, it didn't matter. Ratesh Pujari, can he change the equation of the game? Powered towards that deep cover once again. It's been skewed away for a glorious 4.
We've been talking about poor decisions in bowling changes. This is another example of it. Ratesh Pujari, 12 runs in that first over, including a bunch of wides, has been brought in back into the attack, and the first ball has been dispatched for a boundary.
Early pressure on the bowler. Oh, it's a big full toss and he's hit it straight up. Fine leg settles, and that is the luckiest wicket you'll ever see.
Well, that was a very, very poor delivery in my opinion. But has delivered. Only if the batter had let it go, it would have been a wide. And I'm sure the wicketkeeper wouldn't have been able to hold that one on.
Well, they'll take it no matter what. Syed Saklan going back for 8 off 5. He was striking the ball sweetly. It's 1, 2, 3 for 4. So a fortunate wicket there for Ratesh Pujari. Brings in Rizwan Amanat at number 6. Classy all-rounder. He strikes a big ball indeed.
It's going to be Farhan Babar on strike. 44 of 38.
Well, that rule is about to change in October.
That's right.
Waiting for that. I think it takes something away from the game, some strategy. Nicely glided down to deep third. And I don't think there are going to be any quick twos here. Or will there be? They've set off. Well, it was Farhan Babar's call. And Rizwan Amanat just about agreed to it.
Well, yeah, realized that there was a slight misfield by Balasubramaniam there. And they literally went for it. We're talking about the rule change as far as caught in the outfield is concerned. The new batter who comes in will have to be on strike. Tilts the game in the fielding side's favor. Normally, it is considered as a batter's game, and a strategy punt has been is normally taken. What was he doing there?
Well, Farhan Babar finally playing a mistimed shot. It should have been a straightforward catch at deep third. Instead, it's been dropped, rolled away for 4, and that will be 50 for Farhan Babar. Krishnan Balasubrahma made a complete hash of it there.
Well, yeah, overran it, misjudged it. All he had to do was approach and slowly settle in and take that catch. Missed that opportunity to get rid of Farhan Babar. But with that boundary, Farhan Babar reaches his half century.
Well, either he doesn't care about the milestones or he isn't aware of it. Very well played in either case. Oh, just fishing at it outside off. That could have easily been nibbled away to the keeper. But once again, it's been an expensive over. 10 runs off it. And how do they dislodge this man? He gave one catch and they didn't take it. And now they will regret it rather. Onto the pads. So somehow Ratesh Pujari has provided the breakthrough. 129 for 4 after 14. Well, this was the 50 for Farhan Babar. Stylish left-hander. Anytime they fed him outside off, he took full toll of the score. Look at that. This was that top edge behind to the deep third who put him down. But other than that, a very composed, a very stylish, a very measured half century. And he's become something of a run chase specialist. Wonderful knock. Abdulaziz to continue with his quickish leg spin. From the school end, while he's bowling to the shortest straight boundary. Oh, got big on him. Stifled appeal. I think it just bounced too high. Above the knee roll there. Asif Iqbal, very experienced.
You're right. He says that it's a bat. It's an inside edge of the bat onto the thigh pad and a single off the bat, not off the pads. Farhan Babar will come on strike.
Eagle-eyed Asif Iqbal, well done there. Absolutely spot on. Trying to hoik that away over cow corner. Well, Farhan, he might be a bit tired from his exertions. Came in after one ball. So it is quite humid out. There must be about 60 to 70% humidity. It's tough conditions for batters and for fielding sides. Oh, trying to sweep that away behind the keeper. The paddle sweep. It's gone a bit out of fashion these days, Neeloja. Otherwise, remember, in my youth, of course, you're much younger than me. Not really, but fair enough. The likes of Sachin, Ramesh Tendulkar and Inzi used to play that paddle scoop so well.
Well, yeah, those were some signature shots. Meanwhile, this one has to be called a no ball. Will it? Oh, poor fielding effort now. The bowler messed up and the fielder added a little topping with a cherry on the cake.
Well, when it rains, it pours. A certain no ball. He talked it away to deep square. And oops, there she goes. 5 runs to the total and a free hit. Could that be the killer blow to the Daredevils?
37 required of 34. They've got the game in literally arm's reach.
Steps out for the free hit, takes it on the full. And no misfield, thankfully, this time. But looks like the horse has bolted here, Neil. It's a run-a-ball run chase now almost.
Yep, there was an opportunity for the Daredevils to hold this game close to themselves, but not to be so. Shortish delivery, this one stayed low.
Well, I think they only have themselves to blame, especially with the extras. They gave away more than 20 plus runs already. And Farhan Babar and Mohammad Imran did the rest. Once again, trying to be aggressive here, Farhan. It's not quite his nature to hit those big booming sixes. He's more of a player who relies on stroke plays, timing and placement. But perhaps he might be a bit tired. 57 of 46. Tough batting conditions. Nicely, elegantly flicked, tucked around the corner. 142 for 4 at the end of 15. Well, this was Mohammad Imran's 50, a sparkling innings. Really used the crease very well. Loves to cut the ball behind point. He's very good on those shots behind square, whether the sweep shot or that falling lofted scoop a la Rishabh Pant, and that pull shot was something absolutely brilliant. Wonderful innings by the young man. He's super pleased, and why not? Ratish back into the attack. Well, he has 2 wickets to his name, but he's given away a lot of extras. I don't think you're satisfied with this bowling tactic here, Neil.
No, not at all. Not at all. 22 runs he's given, and that definitely does not quantify him coming into the picture to bowl again.
Down the leg side. Very lucky that Rizwan Amanat did not latch onto it. Fine leg was in the circle as well. Got away with that one. 32 required of 28. And with the match coming to its thrilling finale, joining me is the man of thrills and spills himself, Abid Ibrahim. Good evening, Abid. Welcome back.
Good evening. Thank you very much, Ahmed Khwaja. Really excited to watch this game. What a knock Farhan Babar is playing. Well, just an easy thing to do if you pitch him onto the pads. That was a poor error that Ratish has made.
Well. Fine leg is up and you're bowling on the pads. You're asking for trouble against a set batter like Farhan Babar. He just massaged it into that gap and it ran away down the slope.
Really, you don't have to put your extra efforts when it comes to the easy delivery to pick up on the pads to someone who's batting on 60s.
Well, that trend of upsets will perhaps be broken tonight. Oh, this is a top edge, over point, and it will drop safely. And almost a misfield there. Well, the fielding of the Dubai Devils has left much to be desired.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of misfields there. An easy force going, not properly bringing Bodhi behind the line.
And you can see the captain, Rahul Soni, number 7, the wicketkeeper. He's not happy. He played such a wonderful innings, sparkling 50, but the bowling and the fielding has let him down.
Just around for a single, I think. Well, the moment you see a wicketkeeper wearing a jersey number 7, lifts my eyes.
Oh, absolutely. Reminder of the legend, Mr. Mahendra Singh Dhoni. What a champion player. Won every trophy there ever was in the game of cricket. He should lend us a few just to show off a bit. He's got a World Cup, a Champions Trophy, the Test base, everything.
Obviously. You are lucky enough to have Asia Cup trophy around.
Hit straight, and it's gone. One bounce over the ropes, a calculated shot down the ground. Farhan Babar, you beauty.
Beautifully played to move on to 66. Down the ground. Taken chance. Didn't time it well, but that was enough to put it away for one bounce into the fence. End of the over number 16. 150 comes up. It's 153 for 4.
Caught and bowled opportunity for Abdulaziz. Well, that would have been the catch of the tournament if he'd held on. Hit flush to his left. Let's take a look here. Perfect angle for it. Oh, fingertip stuff.
You need a luck. You need an everything on your side to pull the game out of the thin air.
Farhan Babar swipes across the line. Bottom end of the bat. Well, I think he should let Rizwan Amanat take a chance here. You just hang in there. Come in, not out. Carry your bat. Let Rizwan Amanat take the chance. And speaking of taking a chance, it's Mr. Neil Ojha taking a chance with some piping hot tea there. Careful. Oh, that almost bowled him. Goodness me. Abdulaziz. He's bowled pretty well, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a wrong one. The googly.
Cuts it away. Behind point. How did he create that shot? Absolute magic from Rizwan Amanat.
That's how when you read the length, when you read the arm, when you read the wrist, he knew it. It's going to be a wrong one, an easy one, a straight one.
Well, he cut it from outside leg stump, Abid Ibrahim. That is something truly amazing.
Amazing is a perfect word for Rizwan Amanat, the caliber batsman he is. He's a sensational batsman.
And he's not even 100% fit. He just pulled his upper thigh muscle, a bit of cramp. Oh, swinging away on the leg side. Frustration for Abdulaziz. It wasn't a bad over at all. 159 for 4. Just over the stumps. The second time in the over. Well, 19 extras in 17 overs. That tells you the sorry tale for the daredevils in the field. Mohammad Farhan, Hanif coming back into the attack for his final over. Oh, down the leg side, that's 5 wides. Goodness me, it's gone completely off the rails.
Not a great start for Farhan Hanif, giving freebies down the leg side, and absolutely the team Pindi boys would love to get a reward.
They really have been their own worst enemy tonight, the Daredevils. They batted so well to get to 174, but more than 25 runs as extras. Well, that's something that they really need to work on. And Pindi boys defenders, they're on the doorstep of victory. 11 needed of 18.
Yeah, with that 5 runs, the victory got even closer.
67 not out. Oh, it's been hit over the top of cover, safely into the outfield. It won't go to the boundary. And in fact, they've only taken 1 run. Perhaps he's a bit tired now.
I think there was easy 2. There was a poor calling between the 2 fielders. One was expecting, the other one will grab it.
Yeah, I think the dimensions of this ground are just confusing the batters here a bit. They don't trust themselves. Flicked away behind square once again. Rizwan Amanat, classy.
Maybe now we know the reason he took just 1 run. He wanted to be on a strike. He's smashing the ball. Excellent shot. Picture perfect. Great use of the wrist.
Well, a full delivery on leg stump. That is nightmare fuel for the bowlers, especially with fine leg up. And Pindi boys defenders, well, they're taking control of this competition so far. Outstanding batting efforts. Once again, he goes for it. The keeper got a glove on it. He might have saved a boundary. And Rahul Soni's expression says it all, Abid.
Yeah, he's not delighted with the bowler's effort. That's for sure. What is he trying to look at the pads? I think the ideal area should be bowling to the off stick, somewhere around there, if you're trying to nibble the ball in.
Well, victory is one hit away. Farhan Babar on strike, 4 needed of 16. He paddles it, and that will go all the way for 4. Game, set, and match for Pindi boys defenders. What a victory! What a run chase!
Well, finally he got one right, and that was the winning shot. Farhan Babar made this run chase look so easy. Brilliant 72 from the left-hander. Stylish wicketkeeper batsman. Remained unbeaten on 72 with 52 deliveries. That's what happens when you spend enough time on the wicket.
Well, who would have thought they will complete this run chase with 2.5 overs to spare? Outstanding batting by Farhan Babar and Mohammad Imran, taking their team to a very sweet victory. Thanks to this man on screen. Very, very well played.
A much needed victory. This will be a back-to-back 2 victories for Pindi boys defenders. Whereas first one was a huge one that came up against the Future Mattress. And this is the second one, which they have chased down the score of 175 quite comprehensively. So that was the batting card where you see the top scorer remained Farhan Babar. What a great partnership he had held with Mohammad Imran, who scored 50 on 106 runs partnership between the two. Has literally taken the game away from Dubai Daredevils. Couldn't really do much despite scoring a heavy run. Had 14 of Rizwan Amanat in the end. Helped the team get the runs and win the game. Pratish Pujari got 2 wickets to his name, and the attacking 2 bowlers got 1 wicket each to their name. Farhan Hanif certainly going for some runs. 12 runs in economy, too high on the economy side, and the extras has been the worst enemy of Triple D. 26 runs given in extras, that was too much to handle, and in the end it was quite comprehensive one for the team Pindi boys defenders. Yasir Maharbi will be delighted with his boys, and they won with the 6 wickets in hand. Quite good performance there from Rahul Soni, but couldn't take his team par. The captain played a 51 knock of 30 deliveries alongside Harun Ghosh, who supported him great. That was a great cameo from 22-41. So 2 wickets to Danish, 2 to Salman. Yasir and Adil getting 1 wicket each. Well, that's the next game lined up for tomorrow. We're all set. It will be 7 districts once again up against Mid-East Metals at 8 p.m. UAE time for the Sky Exchange.net ICC Academy Summers Cup powered by Fan Court. And we're all set with this game. So let's head towards the highlights of the game. Just quickly watch it, how it went through for the second inning. That was the first ball, first wicket. And Mohit was all charged there. That was a boundary and a wicket. That was plumb in front, Salman Shahid. And since then, there's been a very good, decent partnership of 106 runs between Mohammad Imran and Farhan Babar. The 2 batsmen have made sure they take the team par on a comfortable position.